We are now digging deeper into stunning allegations made by Democratic challenger Anthony Gemma against Congressman David Cicilline's camp.
Today, I'm going to share with you a comprehensive list of allegations of the involvement of David Cicilline and many of his closest political associates in voter fraud.
I think this is an outrageous political stunt.
Gemma's scandalous claims coming just 3 weeks before the Democratic primary.
He says a private investigative firm he hired uncovered instances of election fraud. Gemma provided some documents to back up his claim, but offered little other evidence.
So last night we poured through some of those documents, and Eyewitness News reporter Catherine Sotnick has our in-depth coverage now with the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
Well, shocking and dramatic allegations coming from congressional candidate Anthony Gemma, but the question here is there anything to it?
What you're about to hear is not political campaign rhetoric.
Startling statements from Democratic 1st Congressional candidate Anthony Gemma. He's accusing Congressman David Cicilline's camp of voter fraud and rigging elections. In a news conference on Wednesday, he says he hired a private investigative firm made up of state police detectives and claims they've come up with evidence of voter fraud.
How individuals from out of state are driven by vans to vote at multiple polling places. How mail ballots are compromised. How electronic voting machines are compromised. How deceased voters somehow manage to vote.
Gemma says he has proof, including one woman who says she signed an affidavit alleging voter fraud.
It's true. I see people vote 3 times a day. I see people change the clothes at different times, different polling place. It's true.
Gemma also gave reporters this packet of information. We started at the top of the list. Gemma claims a voter named Jeanette Santos is registered to vote at 584 Cranston Street in Providence. We verified that with the Secretary of State's website. But when we got to 584 Cranston Street, we found an auto repair service shop. Lights out and closed for the night. Gemma also claims a voter named Aura Chavez is registered to vote at 310 Cranston Street in Providence. That checks out as well with the Secretary of State's office. But when we went there, we found Tropical Liquors and an owner who says he knows nothing of an Aura Chavez. This is 310 Cranston Street.
This is definitely 310 Cranston Street, but I have no idea who Aura Chavez is. Okay, we don't have any, any family members who call Aura Chavez. My name is not Aura Chavez, obviously, and I don't have any my mother or any sisters or wife or anybody call that.
So, do you wonder why she's registered to vote from this address?
Yes, absolutely. I never authorized that.
On Wednesday, Congressman Cicilline denies all allegations of voter fraud and says Gemma did not produce a single shred of evidence.
I have tremendous confidence in the voters of Rhode Island. I think they know the difference between fact and fiction, and this is fiction.
And Gemma says he handed over the evidence to the state police here in Rhode Island as well as the FBI. He says the state police have taken up the investigation. When we talk to the state police, they say it would be unfair and inappropriate to comment on their role. Reporting with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Catherine Sotnick, Eyewitness News.
Now, it is important to note at least one of the Providence addresses mentioned in Catherine's report is outside of the 1st Congressional District, but Gemma alleges it was used by a voter in the 2002 election when Cicilline was running for mayor of Providence. You can find much more on these allegations on our website, WPRI.com, including Anthony Gemma's full news conference, reaction from a former GOP opponent of Cicilline, and in-depth analysis from WPRI.com reporter Ted Nisi.